Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Also, new lighting scene. Those back there doing the same thing, but hue lights. I got this off the Hue scene gallery. It's called The Haunting Hour. They have a bunch of Halloween themed ones, and I like this one the best. It's oranges and greens and blues, and it's cool. Though occasionally it goes pink. Whatever. Yes, Factory Must Grow, which, speaking of, we are going to finish this off. I did redo this section here, and I like it better now. It's rather tall, though. But, oh well. This kind of works, though, because this is, I've decided this is going to be like the staging area for things that are going to get shipped by train, and it kind of resembles an old train station-ish. Not really, but kind of. I don't know. Lots of light. Ooh, smack. There we go. We're good. Okay, almost didn't survive that one. So I've got some of these windows in. I need to get the rest of them in. And also, I'm pretty certain that I have repainted all the panels to the dark blue. The blue panels. The ones are going to stay blue. Pretty sure that we're good there. But how you doing, Raisins? What is up? How's it going? I still love that just looks like a greenhouse. So let's start over here. We're gonna once again try to balance on a wall. Bonk. I did it. I did it. So this one is gonna be just like that one. There's gonna be a bunch of them though. I've decided they're all gonna face that way. Like the upright part will face that way. The slant will be that way. And I decided that just right now. So, you know, clearly a plan that a lot of thought has gone into. So what I need to do is zoop a bunch of these down that way, and then spin it around and zoop a bunch of them down this way. And then sit here and not be sure how to go about the next bit. Okay, here we go. Here, I'll fly over here and grab that. And you can go where I want you. Maybe. Oh, you start. Oh no, not up there. There we go. Sweet. And now I can go over there and sit on it. So tomorrow I get my COVID. What are they calling it? Bivalent booster. Man, really excited for that. Because the last one. Ooh. The last one kicked my booty. So I'm kind of worried about Friday. Because it wasn't the first day that was problematic. It was day 2. It was the next day that I felt like death. So a little apprehensive about how tomorrow, you know, or how Friday is going to go. I'm going to also see, I don't know if they can do them both at the same time. I'm going to see if I can get my flu shot at the same time. I'm pretty sure there's no issues with the two. Man, I scheduled mine, and like, apparently like only 6% of people who are qualified to get it have even gotten it. What's up, Wise Bears? How's it going? So when I went to schedule it, like the entire day was wide open. I could have picked from any time slot I wanted. Bonk. There we go. Perfect landing. So this one is just going to be one there. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. You know, the first, what are we on? Like our 4th booster now? I've got my COVID card right here. Yeah, this will be the 4th one. The first 2, I was fine. Absolutely fine, but man, that 3rd one, ooh. I was in bed, asleep all day, from it. Like, just, I had the chills, and I hated life, and just everything. About to take apart your command center at home to bring up the new desk. Oh, you got a new desk. What'd you get? Spin around. There you go. I really, really, really want to redo my desk with something similar to what I have in layout and size, but I want a sit-stand desk. I just think it would be nice. That's that one. These are going really quick. I mean, there's not much to them. That one's going to take a little bit longer because we're going to build that one up. Probably 3 more rows before we do anything with the roof. So that one will take a little bit. So this one also just needs that. Alright, let's test my ability to land on the ledge. Oh, yeah, okay. It's not that good. Long distance ledge landings, not so much. But that's okay. Because so far I've been doing pretty good. Is this going to say a player's in the way? No. I'm going to stand on that one and then zoop the rest of these into place. I almost walked off. I think that's short by 1, but I can't quite see because of the smoke. Oh, also, earlier today, and you can't really tell it by looking down there that well, but there are no more power poles. They're all run on the ceilings and along ledges and stuff. I like to hide the power lines as best I can. Power poles have their places, like stretching out over long distances and things like that. I think that's fine. But when I can, I like to try to hide them. Alright. Try again. Nailed it. Oh, barely, though. Look how close I am to falling in. Right. Oh, you need to come up higher. Oh, yes, you do. These aren't too high. Okay. Well, that was a mistake. It's alright, though. Easy mistake to fix. Get up there, please. I still wish there was a half, like just a 2 meter tall window so I could have those at not such a sharp angle going up. Maybe I should tell Coffee Stain that I want that. And if I'm a very good boy, then Lizard Doggo Santa will bring me one. Is that how it works in Satisfactory? Lizard Doggo Santa. You know what? I'm just gonna go put all these in real quick. Let's be a little smarter about this. Okay, this one's tricky. Let's go over here. 100 in-game days. That should mean I have about 100 hours, yeah? 99 and 25 minutes. And most of it's been on stream. I have been naughty and played a little off stream. Because I'm addicted again. Desk you built yourself into home, so did bought sand. So the accent wall seems to bleed into the desk. Oh, that sounds awesome. I want to see pictures when it's done. I used to, in my old house, I had an accent wall that was my channel color. Like I went to, I think it was Sherwin-Williams, I think. Well, I don't know. One of the paint stores can do like hex codes. Like if you know the RGB hex code, they can make a paint. I want to say it was Sherwin-Williams. I could be wrong about that though. But I got my channel color, and that would be too much for an entire room. But the wall that would have been this wall was blue like that, and the rest of the room was just kind of like a really neutral gray. Not a cold gray, not a warm gray, just neutral gray. Getting confused as to which ones I have and have not done here. Again, waiting for the middle one because it's going to be a bigger project. And then we've just got that oddball over there. I just love that that's just different than everything else. This one might wind up being different as well since it's 3. We might, like, go up. I don't know. We're going to play with that one. That's why I'm doing all these other ones first. We're going to see what we can do that's interesting. And maybe think about doing some lighting in this building. We haven't really touched on lights at all, other than a few decorative lights. Nope. Over on the main factory. Will you get right there, please? Thank you. Now, see, if I tried to build my own desk from scratch like that, it would fall over in about half an hour after using it. I am not good with the power tools. You know, there's the whole thing, you know, measure twice, cut once. For me, it's like measure 19 times, use a lot of profanity, cut, realize I did the cut wrong, go buy new wood. You know, it's a whole process. And hold on just a second, I gotta check the problem. That loud beep you may have just heard was my air conditioner. It was getting really warm in here, really fast. I realized I forgot to get my air conditioner amping up here. You know, having a nice space around you, like a lot of people, you know, are just like, oh, it's just a desk, whatever. I think it's important. Especially for people who work from home, which I basically do. Why don't you work with wood? Oh, you know, I'd probably burn stuff down if I welded, but at least you can always weld on. Not that good with a tape measure? Tape measure? Oh. I think you meant tape measure. You know, you can always weld stuff back on and, you know, kind of start again. I think I've got most of them. Did I get this? I didn't get this one. Yep. Yeah, with a board, not so much. I think that's all of them enclosed. Yeah? Yeah. We're good on that. So now this, I know I definitely want to go ahead and bring it up like at least 2 more before I start doing anything with the roof. Just double checking to make sure these are all done, and they are. If you're just tuning in, essentially the roof line is like 3 levels. And they're flat, so like that's the lowest level. Then it comes up to here and they're just flat. And then anywhere that there's smokestacks, we're building, I don't know, chimneys. I'm putting glass on top of them instead of the grated metal. Simply because I don't want rain coming in. I know it doesn't hurt anything, but I don't want it in here. I want this building to be nice and dry inside. Let's go up 2 and then figure out what we're going to do from there. When we get done with this, remind me and we'll go down inside and look at how much better it looks inside now that, 1, there's a building around it, but 2, since I got rid of all the power poles. Like, it's just, it just feels better without the power lines just down there at that low level. They're still visible in many, 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 many places, but They're just not as much of a thing. As I was turning on the power poles, and I don't know why, I should have remembered that it was going to happen, but like the power grid tripped because I had taken a bunch of the refineries offline, and of course it tripped. There's not enough power back just in coal to run everything that's left over. But it still freaked me out. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I broke it. And then I sanity returned, and I quickly remembered that it'd be okay. Alright. Time to test my landing skills again. Oh god, I overshot it. Bonk. So yeah, there you can kind of see there what I've done. Like, the smoke is really in the way. I ran a lot of the power along the edges inside and then just down. And it just, I don't know, it's clean. And I also got them as close as possible while I was still able to see what I was doing. To where their power plugs are, so they're not really stretching super far distances. But I'm glad that those little power plugs actually can attach to the inside like that. That reminds me. I also spent some of our tickets. We got 26 tickets out of all of the stuff we're sinking. So kind of that's 6 right there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I kind of want to have like, so leave that there, and then we'll do, whoops, I did this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I don't think I'll need more connections on my double wall outlets anywhere. I just don't think I will. So then I want not the power switch, I want the light controller. There we go. Put that down here. And that way I've got access to more stuff. I guess I could do the double wall. It does 7, that one does 10, but I don't have, that's not a circuit board, it's a high-speed connector. I don't have high-speed connectors even being manufactured right now. So yeah, we'll just leave that extra little blank there. Okay, so what do I want to do with this roof? It's 3 by, yes, a lot. I don't know how many that actually is. So let's look at our roof options, which aren't a lot, to be honest. There's flat roofs. Oh, that's what I should have done over there instead of the platforms. We're going to go replace those. We're already up really high, so I don't want to add a lot. Here, like, what if we just do like a small 1 meter? And of course it'll be glass, because what else would it be? So if we just have like a small 1 meter, where's my 1 meter roof? There it is. And then run that all the way down that way. All the way down that way. And go here. Really? How did that happen? I swear it was going this way. Can't quite see. I think that's right where I need it. No, it's not. Okay, that was really deceptive looking. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, let's not do that, please. Let's not build them over my head. Right there, and then we'll go ahead, if I can, and get these in. And then switch back to my corner piece. Oh, it was already going. No, it's not going the right direction. Yeah, it is. Okay, it is. I'm just being dumb. Oh, one too many of these here. And outer roof, corner 1. Yeah, that doesn't come up too high. So let's get this switched to a glass roof real quick. Oop, oop, oop. I think it just looks nicer. This makes a tiny little dink noise when I go over them. And then I'd like this to have just like one more little rise on it, like just one more little bit of height. I wanted this to be the tallest thing on the building. It already is, but I don't think we want to go up 2. I think 1 will be sufficient to accomplish what the look that I want. Now imagine this building when Christmas comes and I can put Christmas lights on it. Which is funny because I don't decorate in real life at all because it's bah humbug. But in video games I will. Background. So where else? So over there I used those foundations instead of flat roofs. So I'm going to go over there and replace them as well. Alright, so now up here on the ledge, perfect. And we're just going to do flat roofs. Roofs? I don't know. It's one of those. I think that has it. Oh, I missed by 1. I do. Also, what's up with that? Why? Why does it look different? Well, that's unacceptable. Oh, okay, I see. See. It actually has an edge to it. So is that going to look weird? Nah, it'll be fine. I spent a lot of time laying that one, didn't I? I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. Mainly, hello. Mainly because I don't want to go back and come up with a new plane. So X glass roof. Dink, dink, dink. I think if we're going to do lights, I'll mess with them later because some of the lights require Quartz products. And we don't have those made yet. I think I like this. I think this will work quite nicely. I just want to go over here now and replace these 2 flat panels that are currently foundations with roof. I didn't even realize it was a flat roof. I don't want pattern to run like that. Yeah, I think that looks better because all the frames match up nicer and everything now. Ooh, here. Yeah, it looks way better. Okay, so is my chat broken again? No, it's not. Okay, unless Twitch chat's just broken again. Everybody's just in lurk mode tonight. I would do this as glass, but I'm afraid then the frame rate over here would just die. So I'm not going to do it. So this one we're going to highlight it all. And then stand very carefully on the corner. Delete it. And then go back in. I can't sample that from here. Go back in to our flat roof. And get this going. That. And I think that's the whole roof. I might have missed one at the end. Two at the end. Can I have those both going the same way? Thank you. And then make this glass, and then this building is, other than lighting, which we're not going to mess with right now, is done. This is our first complete, just done building. So yeah, the train station's going to be down here. Yeah, I know. And so things will like come through these walls to load into the train station, and then it'll very quickly have to turn to go out of there. I may even have to have it turn like this and then go out, because I just don't know if there's going to be enough space there to get it turned to come back around. But, yeah, we have... From down here, it doesn't look like much. But from inside, all those different roof lines really come alive. Like, this feels good right here. Like, it's open, it's light, it's airy. It just feels nice. And that's why this is open. Originally, it was open because I didn't know what to do with it. Now it's open because I know what to do with it. It's an area for storage and for staging to load onto the train. We've got room right there that we can put those walls that have the conveyor belt feeds. So we've got power run along the walls in some spot, but for the most place, it just disappears on the ceiling. You can barely see it. And it just runs along. I had this power over here because I did have a light in there just to test with. I want to get power way up there. And now I know, and it's a thing we can do. But inside of here, the varying roof structures and ceilings, I guess since we're inside, do look nice. I do think there's probably some merit in adding some beams in some places. Like, you know, this corner looks very unsupported. But that's easy enough, you know. And again, I know it doesn't matter. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's satisfactory. You can have stuff floating in midair, and you're fine. But I like it to look structurally sound. I just think that makes that feel like it's actually supported, even though, you know, I probably wouldn't do, but that one. It's a very strong beam. It carries this entire load. No, it's all good. It's all good. I just... A few weeks ago, my chat, like, broke. For like half an hour, at the bottom, it just said connecting the chat. And so I had to like look over here on my live stream preview to see when people were chatting, which is a lot farther away. That's a bigger monitor, and over here it's like right there. The switch is a hot mess. So everything here's good. We have what, 29 fuel burners in here. We're making a ton of plastic, a ton of rubber. We're making packaged fuel. Somebody asked me about this one. So this one's kind of like its own thing. What happens when all the packaged fuel gets full, since I'm not sinking any of that? Won't that cause problems? No, it won't, because that one's all its isolated little loop. So all that'll happen is these dudes will just get less resin, so they'll make less rubber, no big deal. And then the fuel from this one will just stop. It's not on its own loop. And then the oil well that's feeding these four will just have a little extra crude oil. YouTube gaming? Maybe, one of these days. I do stream once a week on YouTube. It's a hotter, messier mess. However, packaged, I bet packaged fuel really racks up some points. God, getting it in there now would be pain. Actually, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna actually, now that I think about packaged fuel and fix it shop points, thinking let's make this happen. I'm not gonna have everything I need though, I don't think. So I need a smart splitter. And yeah, I don't have an AI limiter and I don't have something else that it needs. How did I get programmable splitters? I need 2 rotors and an AI limiter. Alright, let's go get them. Yeah, I think there is some merit into sinking that packaged fuel, so that'll probably be worth quite a bit of points. And it's just going to be there perpetually in production. I mean, we're going to store like 20,000 of it, so it's not like it's that big of a deal that we're sinking some of it. We'll have more than enough. This is a really pretty area. I mean, I know it's a desert, but it's a pretty desert. So we're going to get that online. We're going to go place down, for some reason, 5 miners. I can't really think of why it's 5. I know of 2 quartz nodes and 2 sulfur nodes. Oh, wait, there's also a Caterium node over there I want to grab if I can get to it. That's what it is. Just in case we wind up needing more quick wire, which I'm sure we will. So we only have 1 Caterium mine at the moment. So we will work our way through this mess. I need to build like some other way up on that, and then we're just going to duck out here. So AI limiters, I have a few in storage that I bought. And I think I made a few as well by hand. Excuse me. A lot of junk in my inventory still. I eventually need to empty this one back out because that's the stuff we need to go build the next thing. So AI limiters, yeah, I have 100 of them. I only need 1. Split, thank you. And then rotors are in production, finally. Up on the 3rd floor. It's all so nice and neat down here and organized and just beautiful. And then you look over there and it's a mess. Also, let's go see Doggo. See if Doggo's got us anything new. I finally took the time to... Oh, you have pillberries. Here, you can have those right back. Here you go, buddy. It's pillberry. You gonna follow me instead? Okay. There. There's no ramp on the inside, so the doggo can't follow me back out. So that doggo stays in its bin. And then here, you can't, like, go through there. You gotta go back and around. Oh, I'm on the wrong side anyway. Be over this way. Big place to get electrocuted right there. And then rotors are over here. Is this done? Just done making motors. We have filled up 2 storages full of motors. Those will instantly vanish as soon as we actually need to start putting them into work. So we're only making 10 per minute. But that's kind of cool. Which means now the rotors and stators and all that stuff are filling up. That's, you know what, I'll just take... Go back. Let's take 25. That's kind of cool. So we actually have a bunch of motors now. Granted, that's nowhere near an advanced part. Hey, Ghosty, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. How's it going? Welcome to my chaos-filled world of Satisfactory. I am absolutely addicted to it once again. Doing all right. I've had a good day. Very busy day, though. Very busy day. Tomorrow's going to be another busy day. That's not the direction I want to go. Let's make sure I can actually build this. Yeah. Can't actually build it. Duck in here, visit the coal lines. Yep, they look like coal. Good job. Keep coaling. That's how a coal does. I don't know, keep on burning, but it wasn't burning, it was just moving. And out here. Useless car. And whoosh. We are also going to go say hi to Mothra soon. Nice gaming setup, by the way. I've had this like this for a while, man. The PC was upgraded this year, but this has been like this for a while. I'd like to make some changes, but I haven't found the hardware that I want to. I want to get like individual lights for each little square. Oh, you just haven't said until now? Gotcha. I like it. This is a nice room to be in. I really like being in here. People who see it in real life are like, oh my god, what is all this? That mean they like it, but they're just like, it's like, this is over the top. I'm like, yes it is. If I had my way and the money, my whole house would have hue lighting throughout it. Indoors, outdoors, everywhere. And just create all kinds of great color scenes. So we need to squeeze this into here. And the input needs to be there, and I need to have outputs there. And then we need to go up here and program it. So that's in, so that's the left will be overflow. So once storage is full, it will let it go through, and then we'll just send packaged fuel out the center. I'll run this over to here where we can just use a regular splitter, or merger, I mean. And just merge all of this together. Take this back just a little bit. Wow, that's quite a rare item to get then. Holy crap. No merger, no merger. There we go. So I need it going in like that, out like that. 2 years. Yikes. That's big yikes. From that there, back to, and then over to there. Now, when the package fuel storage gets full, which we're a long way from, because this one has to, everything from down here has to shift into this one, and vice versa. So these are all technically currently going into that one, but it's getting replaced by one immediately. You can see it go 99, 100, 99, 100, 99, 100. So when that one gets full, this one will fill back up, that one will fill back up, so this one's pretty much full. And this one will, and then this one will finally fill, which, so this is really the one that we're waiting to fill. And then when that happens, all the leftover packaged fuel will go over here into the sink. I took 26 tickets off. We got that in 2 days. So like 6-7 hours worth of game time. Because we're sinking plastic and rubber that are in excess, and this over here is going to soon start sending plastic because these are all nearly full. Some of them are full. The first one is full. This one's nearly full. This one's about, yeah, it's nearly full too. So once those get full, we'll just have rubber going there. And then if we go back over here, yeah, I know, dude. I hate the ads, too. You haven't been here when I've explained why there's ads. So, Twitch gives me a choice. Everybody who's not a subscriber, and some subscribers, can either watch pre-rolls, so they land on my stream and immediately see an ad before they see my stream, Which means new people who don't know a lot about me and all that are going to go watch something else where they don't have an ad. Or every 30 minutes, I can run 90 seconds of ads. And nobody gets pre-rolls. So, I think it's better to have the interruption than it is to have pre-rolls. I've got them at the shortest duration possible to avoid pre-rolls. I don't even make the most. I could make double the money I'm making on ads, but I don't. I won't let them run 3 minutes every half hour. So yeah, the rubber and plastic are being produced over on this side, just straight up being produced and getting put in storage somewhere. I don't really know where. And then since these are full, it's just shipping them off to the sink over here, and we're getting fix-it coupon points for them. And then we're also kind of doing that same thing over this way with our residual plastic, but most of the residual plastic is going into making our packagers, or empty canisters, to go into the fuel packager. So we do send some plastic to the sink here, but about 3/4 of it winds up in this constructor where it's making this. So cool. We are done with this building for now. It will just run indefinitely without any maintenance. We will eventually have a train over here to bring plastic and rubber back to the main factory. But if I turn the camera off for a second, you can see up there in the top right, we still need a lot of stuff before we're able to do that. So let's go build some mines. This is also going to get us out in some undeveloped territories, places I haven't really been. I mean, I've been there to check out the resources, but I haven't like really built anything out there. The mount is a cool horse that can fly if you have expert run. I have seen a flying mount in WoW. Is there only one? A friend of mine posted a video of one that they have. How much inventory space do I have? Not a lot. We're going to have to drop some stuff off. We'll get rid of a lot of these plates, so we don't need that many plates now that we're done building a building. Though, we are going to build platforms. Yeah, I don't know which one they have. I just remember they had something that flew to get them all around WoW. Yeah, So those take 2 and 5. Yeah, we can get rid of some plates. I just need more space in my inventory because I got to carry 10 portable miners. So that's going to take 10 slots all on their own because they don't stack, which is dumb. Go up here. Just a little easier to get through. Very claustrophobic area of the factory right here. By the way, how are we doing on power now that everything is reconnected? And we're looking good. We've got 3,500 power to spare. Which, excuse me, is freaking amazing. Yeah, let's put all those back. And then let's just take... I still have 2 stacks. And then put back the 177 and then grab the 200. So that's now 5 stacks. That's 1,000 plates. That should be enough. And that should give me enough room to carry all the stuff I need to build the miners. I'm just going to go out this, even though I hate this ramp. I don't like it. I don't like that I have to spin around. Oh, see, that's what happens. I turn too soon and wind up going back up. Not a fan of it. I'm going to tear it down and build something different to get in and out, but I haven't figured out what that's going to be yet. I need your finest portable miners. Your encased industrial beams. I don't really need that many, but we'll take them. And that. That's it. That's all I need. And I'm gonna go get the Explorer and drive it. Because we have a fair distance to go, and I don't want to just walk there. And there's a pretty easy path to follow. We will eventually have to ditch the Explorer to build, you know, power and all that. You can only ride him, fly him in the new island. Interesting. I need to get out here. I'm gonna go really slow, or else I'll get stuck on this rail. I'll get stuck on the rail anyway. But not as bad though. Could have been worse. Skirt. I wish the tires squealed. That'd be really cool. So we need to kind of get over to where these resources are coming from, and then go from there. Off-road, baby. All right. Well, off-road Satisfactory edition. So I need to follow this on around past this limestone that I'm going to crash into, apparently. What are you going to do? Apparently you're going to crash into the limestone, that's what you're going to do. And then this road here goes through, but this gas sometimes hurts me, sometimes doesn't. I haven't figured out why. You know, I got time, not a problem. Oopsie. And then I need to go up. I need to set a waypoint, not a waypoint, but a map marker while I'm over here. So I'm going to get up here real quick. Because where we're going is pretty much straight across over there into those woods. And I want to be able to build platforms back to it so that we can just join that run of conveyor belts. That is my goal. So I want to set a map marker right here, which is really close to a lot of other stuff. There's coal right here? Yes, there is. Good to know. We can get coal here too if we wanted to. So map marker, we'll place that right there. I'm gonna make this a an X marks the spot. There we go. And we're gonna make it bright red. Bright red. So I can see it really easily. And I'm going to set that to infinite. We will delete it later. There is that little area over there that we could go through, but honestly, if you look, like, here's where we're standing. I could bring it down in that way and then run it back up, because we're also going to be getting this sulfur, and then that would be in the middle of those two, but then that would be unnecessarily running that up that way, I think, when we already have this here to just go straight across instead of going back down, because then that would be, you know, closer to there. So I think it'd make more sense to just run the sulfur in maybe back this way and join up with the coal and bring it straight that way, but bring the quartz straight across here. But first we gotta go get to the quartz and put some mines on it and all that fun stuff. But we will be using that bridge that's currently there to get to it. I think I remember how to get there without having to use the resource ping. We'll find out. I've only been up here once. I'm pretty sure I remember where it is. Like this way. Bonk into that guy. Hang a left. Bonk into those guys. Go skirt. And then I want to say it's just right up here. Oh, some of it buried. I don't remember either node being buried. I'm pretty sure they're both exposed. These rocks are going to be death with me. Yeah, it's just right here. Both nodes are right here. See, this isn't that far. I mean, it looks far, but it's not. So I think it'll work fine. I think it'll work great. And then somewhere in here, there's also tearing. Yeah, there. If I can figure out how to get up on that little ledge easily, there's a lot of stuff over here that wants to try to kill me. Even though I'm playing with a passive mode mod. There's still stuff that wants to kill me. So we'll drop some mines on here. Should have got those on a hotbar. Just plop these down for now. And then I'm debating what's the best way to build over here. I think it's going to be come from there and then work my way back up. I think that's going to be the ticket. That way I know they're going to line up. Yeah, I'd have to, because that way I want them to line up on the thing. Who's hissing at me? Oh, it's you. Yeah, come here. Come on. Come on. Come see me. Come say hello. He's a tough one. There we go. I hear your friend somewhere. There he is. I'll leave him alone. That gun's just kind of fun. It just is. So we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna boop, 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 use the backup beaker that doesn't exist. And then I need to head down there to where this stuff is. So basically I need to go down to the left a little bit and then straight across. I love that you just sweep his leg, but he just like tumbles over and then he's fine. So this way? This is right. I mean, this says path to Sulfur, but that can't be trusted. Because that's from a whole different way. I didn't hang left. Okay, so it's over that way. Get back in the car. I hit E, it's a W. Also, the car stopped making noise. There it goes. So it should be right over... Ooh, okay, here. So, yeah, it's right over there. I see where we need to go, but I don't quite see how to get down there. From this side. The last time I went over there, I went from the base. That's why there's that little ramp right there over the water. Is there not just a non-rocky way down here? Yeah, here we go. Okay, there was. Non-rocky. Okay, well, we're going back this way now. So, sulfur mines. There should be 2 here, I thought. Yeah, I only see the one, though. Autosave lag. Oh, they're just right there side by side. I see. Alright. Let's bump up here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, dude, can you get out of here? Oh, thank you. That never works that easy. So, I kind of want to aim for my little ramp. Where's my little... There's my little ramp. So, about like that. And then there's Caterium right around here. Like right across my little bridge over there. I don't know where it is. So I guess we'll go try to find it. carefully get on this bridge and not put the buggy in the water. Very gently, very gently. And we'll park this going this way on the hill, so it's less likely to roll away as it starts rolling away. Can I use? I can't use the scanner in the car. Terrarium is 95 meters, but it doesn't tell me if it's up, down. Why can I not get? Cannot walk up that. That's that steep. It's got to be up there. I have a jetpack. May as well make use of it. Oh god. Oh god. Is it up here? Let's do that ping again. It's gonna be way up there, isn't it? Yeah, it's way up there. I don't know why I collect these. I don't ever overclock anything. So can I get around to it this way, maybe? This would be a deadly, deadly place if I didn't have passive on. No, it's up on top of this, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't know how to get up there, like, in a way that isn't going to use a bajillion platforms. But it's clearly up there. Somewhere. You know what I can do? This only gives me X and Y coordinates. However, the Satisfactory interactive map also gives me Z coordinates. So that would be that. It's 119 meters. For comparison, go away. For comparison, these quartz that I'm about to try to get, which are on the map for some reason. Odd. Maybe they're not pure. I think they're pure. Oh, there they are. Those are at 49. Yeah, so even though that we came downhill, that's another 60 meters or so higher in the air than these. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to try to get up there. So what we need to do is we have this coal claimed. I need to build from here over to here conveyor belts to bring the sulfur in. And then here we need to build that for the quartz. So let's do the quartz first, since we're kind of over in this general area. And then we'll figure out the Caterium another time. I tried to get up there and kept taking damage from something. Whatever it was invisible. So something conflicting with the mod, apparently. So we need to go back over to where our resources are. Oh god, don't fall in the water, don't fall in the water, don't fall in the water. You know what? That might be shallow enough. We'll be okay. Get back in. I yell and complain as if it wasn't me pressing E. Like she just randomly got out of the car on her own. No, it was me being a doofus and pressing E. Can I follow this stream up, maybe? Get back up to this road. I like that that's a little spring right there. That's really cool. It's really cool looking. Yeah, there we go. But no, that's still not where I want to be. I have to go up to go down. This is where I want to be. Right here. Cool. Let's go. Back over to where X marks the spot, and we'll take the bridge to Quartz to to get across, which is this. Am I on it? Apparently. Yeah, this way. A little lumpy and bumpy there, but you know, we got there in the end. Ooh, I need to be up there though. I need to be up there. Okay, turn around. Okay, W and S at the same time don't work for me. I thought I was on hitting D and W. Clearly it was not. I like how you slide in the sand. Sure. Gosh. And we'll just leave you there. It just keeps going. So we can start deleting some markers here. We can get rid of this. I don't think I need that marker anymore. This, however, is handy because you do have to go down this slope. So like from here, we'll probably come across and down and then figure out our way down there. Or maybe we'll just go across and up. That looks like that'd probably be a little bit better because there's something in the way right there. And then maybe eventually, since we're going to have power out over this way, we can get up on top of this and get another lookout tower. Or radar tower, or whatever the hell they're called. So here we go. Let's start zooping our way over there. It's not very far. I mean, it's just right there. And honestly, the more I look at it, the more I think I should just bring the sulfur up this way. It's not really that far. It's really not that far. And we can almost see where it is from right here. Oh dear, I almost jumped off the edge. We're gonna have to start going up pretty soon. Like, probably now would be a good idea. So, foundations, big ramp. Don't know how many I need to go up. I think 3 should suffice. It's 24 meters. Maybe one more? I think that's good, actually. I think that'll be fine. I think this one's going to stick out the other side. It did. This is not a tree I can cut down, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, that's a big honking tree. You're in the way. It did not give me nearly as much wood as I thought it was going to. All these bushes going to go away? Thank you. Just want to see my way through here. Lovely. And then we should... This is where I wish I had angled ones. This isn't quite what I'm... And I do want to go up a little bit more here. Put away. It's not staying on the one I'm going to delete. That might be bad. Did I get it? I did. Ramp once lag quits. Let's go up a little more here. It's like meters. You know, if I turn right here, that might not be bad. No, not quite lined up. That'd put me off to the side. That's not shabby. Let's go one more. I think I like that. Another tree cut down. Vroom, 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 vroom. Chainsaw. Makes a good noise. Yeah, this works. We need to go up some, though. Should do it. And just to there, these can just run from the mine straight over. Cool. So that gets them where we can have... Ooh, Jesus. A heart attack. Scary. Let's go ahead and close that gap up. I didn't realize it was there. Alright. That's better. Let's go grab power. Ooh, those trees glow. Is that like fruit that's in them? Oh no, but it's beautiful. Shouldn't have to run too many power poles. And Mark 1 power poles will be more than enough. So what I need to do is add power pole right here so that we don't have to have them doing weird things. So we will switch to our power menu. Number 2 is Mark 1 power pole. Put that there. We will sever that connection temporarily and establish it like this. Oh god, where was that connected to? There? Okay. There we go. And now that has power again. What is this anyway? Iron? I think it's iron. Alright, here we go. Let's get these duders hooked up. We need to build hypertubes out to here so I don't have to drive or walk all this way. God, that fruit looks really cool. I want glowing fruit. How awesome is that? Bioluminescent fruit? Is that, yeah, that's the word. Bioluminescent fruit. I don't know, would you eat fruit that glowed in the dark? I would. I totally would. Because imagine if it made your pee glow in the dark too. How funny would that be? I'm such a child. My pee glows in the dark. And then we'll put you right there. And bump up here. Someone was giving you a candy that seemed like it was glowing in the dark? Oh no, I'd take it. I'd take it. Oh my god, we finally have quartz. I mean, we're not doing anything with it, but... we will be pretty soon. So, let's get that process started. So you're kind of aiming 101 in-game days. You're kind of aiming here easily, so we can just start this parade right here. That's saying that's as far as it goes. Hopefully the green line is not lying to me. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough plates to get this. Conveyor belt Mark 3 is what we need. I have 526, and we probably aren't going to have enough steel plate thingies to get us back, but we can get more. This should be fine here. We'll go there, that should be fine. Oh my god, I drank that Dr. Pepper too fast. There. I'm digging these spooky colors for the hue lights. I really am. I'm not big into Halloween. I never really was. Like, even as a kid, it just, I don't know, wasn't my thing. I know some adults who get way into it. Like, they decorate, like they do more Halloween decorations than they do winter holiday decorations. Oh, that kind of just works out. So now we get to run all the way back to the base building these. Because I'm going to build one thing at a guy. One thing at a guy, one thing at a time type guy. One thing at a guy. I'm a one thing at a guy. Yes. My brain. I'm going to blame dyslexia. Yeah, I can zoom these. I can't zoom these? I can zoom these. Good call, bot. Boop. Boop. Quit saying boop. The tedious part of Satisfactory. But we finally have quartz. I don't have to keep buying silica to build glass walls. Granted, we still have to get it all set up and all that stuff, but that's easy. I mean, it's this part of getting it back to the factory. This is the time-consuming part. I already know which part of the factory we're taking this to. Ooh, this is going to be a little trickier. Because now I don't have as much room to work with. But we're going to go on the closest bit. Not just because I'm being lazy. That can't possibly be true. But because... Oh, I'm stuck. Because that's where I have the most empty space right now. Is up on the 3rd floor. Can I go between those? Up on the 3rd floor in that far end. Nope. Yep. That bird. Ah, lots of birds here. Uh-huh. There we go. Oh, we're almost back. This didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. See the factory from here. This is going to take a lot of steel, though. So we'll probably just grab some while we're over here. Would be the smart play. Now the question is getting these through here without any clipping. Because the ones up here turn left, and these aren't going to. How to not clip. Okay, I see. So we're on 2 and 3 there, so we skip 2 and 3. And go 3 and 4. Ah, but then that has one in it. Bigger. Bigger. But if they're going back downhill... Why did I do that? Yeah, how am I going to avoid having those clip? Should have built them all on the other side, but I'm not replacing them. I'm not doing it. I think if we do this right, this will work. I'm going to go ahead and just build a few up to about there. I think I can get them to squeeze through right here. And get back down on those, but then they're now too low. That doesn't work either, okay. So they have to wind up being up on top of these, so maybe we just bring them way up and over everything? Like start back here, raising them up? Well, let's go back here and get them up 2 higher. And then 2 higher. And then there we went a lot. So let's go there on that one. Then on that, I think that clears everything, yeah? Oh, it needs to go one more. I have no idea if this will be able to reach or not. I think it needs to be one more yet. You know what, let's build 2, just, you know, just to be safe. So then, that will then need to carry on down there. To there, and then right here is where it's going to connect up into there. We will take that out. Place it with this. And then we'll just run 2 shoot thingies down there. So let's make sure this connection is going to work first of all, before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I don't think it's going to. So, can you be on that side? This side? Thank you. And then I want to get it connected, like, way the hell up there. Like, there. That actually connects. And... clips nothing? Clips nothing. Wow! That's... kind of impressive. Yeah, I am in the way, aren't I? Ooh, there we go. Almost clips the copper down there, but his belt's going the wrong direction. But that's okay. I can put them back. I just want to make sure they're going to reach. Hello? There. Top one, please. Thank you. That is unbelievably impressive that worked. Oh, that's not right. That's not where that goes. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong direction. There's where they go from. I'm glad I realized that. I thought it looked kind of funky. Now they're going the right direction. So, yeah. Now we get to go make a lot more of these, and we already used like 20 right there, so we got to go get a lot of steel. Is there a door right here? I'm hoping there is. There is. It's a very weird door to get into, but hey, it takes me right down to where I want to go. That's handy. I want to just delete the wood. Leaves and all that crap. So now we bring belts back, then we'll set up the processing, and then we'll do sulfur. I am just going to take as many of these as I can carry. Like, why do I set up portable mines? That's because we didn't set one up on Deuterium. That's why. Because we don't know where it is exactly. I mean, we know roughly where it is, but we don't know exactly where it is. Now we have a very, very long walk ahead of us. And I could start doing the belts now, or I could do them when we get there. It doesn't matter. It'll be easier to do them when I get there, because then I'll be building them in the right direction. And I won't have any going backwards. So for now, we just have a very, very long walk ahead of us. Again, this is where 2-player would really come in handy. Though the vehicle's only one seat, so I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I should have disassembled the Explorer and brought the pieces with me, and then reassembled it to drive back out here. That would have been a smart big brain move. Now I can't because I don't have enough room in my inventory for everything, I don't think. Yeah, no I don't. It has like 3,000 biofuel in it. And I don't have enough spaces in my inventory for all that. So yep, we just get to have... Oop, I missed my train. We just get to have a long walk. Alright, I turned where I wasn't supposed to turn. There we go. Keep going. Oh, it's just right over there. No, never mind. This is... We haven't even gotten to that coal yet. Boy. Boy. Coffee just looks so disgusting. How do you people drink that stuff? I wish I could cut down that tree. It's not. That's decorative tree. That is not a growing tree. It's a fake tree, man. It's like fake news. Fake tree. Now... Nope, that's not my turn. I really need to put rails on all this so I don't wind up just walking off an edge. Now that I have a jetpack, it's not as big of a deal if I walk off the edge, but... I messed that one up. And that one wasn't even there because I had no more momentum to use the jetpack. Yeah, that was just kind of slick right there. Alright, let's get these dudes going. Oh, I thought I could go through the middle. I was trying so hard to go through the middle. So we'll run this one to the bottom. And I think it will just reach... Nope, not quite. And then we'll run this one to the top. Yes, it was an imaginary tree. Can you reach from there? Not quite. Okay. Lovely jubbly. This is the real tedious part. Connecting all these belts. This is probably my least favorite part about bringing something in long distance. This is where I kind of wish I already had trains. Because I'd rather spend time building a train to go over here to get all this than running a bajillion belts. Oh, okay. I was expecting there to be a ramp there, and there's not. I don't know why I was expecting there to be a ramp there, considering I built all this. Lovely, lovely quartz. Quartz is always pretty, no matter what video game you play it in. It's always a pretty resource. So guys, we've got the charity stream coming up on Sunday, 12 hours, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to benefit the Trevor Project. Question is, what games should we play? Yes, thank you. Obviously, we'll play some Satisfactory. I would play Astroneer, but I don't know what I would do. But if I play Satisfactory for 12 hours, the 12-hour stream is going to feel, for me, really long. That's the key for me getting through them, is I have to play like at least 3 different games. I've been wanting to start a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. Finally, now that I've got hardware that can stream it. I've thought about doing some community stuff. Maybe midway through the stream. I don't know. I haven't really talked about it on the Discord because I keep forgetting to. I actually would kind of like to try out. You know, Discord has the Nitro games now that you can just play just on Discord. I was kind of wanting to try those out and see if there's any good. I've heard good things about a lot of them. And not everybody has to have Nitro to play. Like, only like the person who hosts it has to have Nitro, and I do. So we've got 240, so we should really make sure that one of these is making silica and one of them is making quartz crystal. I don't know if those resources require anything else. We're gonna have to look and see. I think they're just they both just process quartz in a constructor. I don't think a smelter is required in the process, but I don't really remember either. It's been a while. I didn't really need a lot of it last time because even though my last factory and my last save from a couple years ago was heavy on glass, back then a wall was a wall. They had, no matter whether it was glass or steel or whatever, they just all had the same recipe. So I had a ton of silica and quartz crystal that was made, but I wasn't really using a lot of it. No, up, there you go. Not quite the home stretch. Can't exactly see the factory yet, can I? No. Wishful thinking. I mean, we can play some more Raft if enough people will play. You know, since it's a charity stream, I don't want it to be just like me and one other person. We're not doing the community stream on Saturday because I just can't. Family obligations. We should still have the Saturday night stream here on Twitch. Pretty sure. You gotta keep the family happy. Just swore that one. That it was... No? Okay, that's fine. I thought the arrows pointed the other way. Ooh, I almost ran off the edge. I mean, if GTA had something fun, I could try to get people together for GTA. I buggered that one quick. Get rid of it before the silicon gets there. Did I get any silicon in my inventory? I got a little. Okay, well. I seriously doubt GTA's adding anything super exciting this week. Find out tomorrow, but... And even if they did, I don't know that I want to be playing GTA right now. Apparently, So they released just like a security and stability patch yesterday, but I don't know why, but for some reason that same patch disabled like most of their anti-cheat stuff. They just removed it. So unless like they managed to sneak one in on the data miners and reverse engineers, most of the anti-cheat stuff's gone. Which, I mean, GTA Online could be one kind of fresh hell to begin with, just because of modders. Because Rockstar's just never really cared. I mean, they say they do, but they clearly don't. Or they would have done something about it. I don't know. I know they did get hacked, but from what I understand, that wasn't like a hack. It was a social engineering hack. It wasn't a failure of their hardened system. It was, you know, the weakest point. The flesh bag with credentials. Right now we're on the home stretch. By the way, I will go a little bit later tonight than 9 since I started so late, but I can't go much later because I have to be up early to do Rockstar News in the morning. And I have to get it done in the morning since my appointment to go get a COVID boosters in the afternoon. And hey, maybe this week it won't take 4.5 hours for YouTube to publish 1080. Also, I found out why my older Will It Off-Road videos look better than my newer Will It Off-Road videos. It has been confirmed that YouTube does indeed use lower compression on more popular videos. So the more views you get, the higher quality your video. Which I understand. I mean, I can't imagine just the sheer amount of storage that's required to run YouTube. Not to mention, you know, the hardware to process it all. The networking. I mean, the ingest servers are regional. Sometimes the conversion servers are. It just depends. But man, it's crazy. That's what they're using also, and that came to light because, you know, they're currently testing a 4K for YouTube Premium members only thing, which is sad. Though if I get the phone I want to get later this year, I'll just have like YouTube Premium for a year anyway. I think for 3 years. I want to get the Pixel 7 Pro. My phone comes up for it's basically with Google Fi, you don't, at the end of 2 years you own your phone, and then you can get a new one on a contract. So I don't know what I could get for my Pixel 4a. I doubt very much. Where that is going. Apparently they just took everything that was good about the 6 and made some improvements. I have a 4A, not the 5G version, just a 4A. And I like it. It's a great phone. Hard to justify, you know, upgrade expense, but, you know, when has that ever stopped me? Plus, I've been able to spread it out over 2 years. And Google Fi itself is pretty... That's going the wrong way. Google Fi itself's nice and cheap. I highly recommend it. I did not ask you anything about Tom Petty, Google. What in the world? Oh, there we go. Oh, I can do that midway through. Alright, so... there. I'm dead. Just all of a sudden giving me information about Tom Petty. Did you hear that? I didn't hear it. I saw it pop up, but I couldn't hear it. For some reason, like, it reset a lot of settings. Like, I had to reset it back to the British voice and all kinds of stuff. So where does this go? Into the concrete? Yeah, we should have a new set of ramps back here. Pretty certain this is safe space up above. Yeah. So we're gonna put a ramp back here in this corner. It should be fine. If I can get it to play nice. It's not, yeah, okay, never mind, it played nice. But why? Why did it only go halfway? Do I need to start it the other place? Like halfway back or something? Maybe. You know what the most useless thing is when you are trying to use the assistant with your phone. And it's like, sure, but first you'll have to unlock your phone. It's like, what's the point? This is supposed to be hands-free. It's like, that is so dumb. They say it's for security, but I'm just like, do you not know it's me? I mean, isn't that what the whole voice matching thing's all about? Cool. Actually, I want to get rid of this. I'm sure to go back up. That was the whole point of this exercise, so that we can get up to that third floor nice and easily. Beautiful. And there's our quartz. It will be. You can just kind of see it peeking through right there. It's like, hi. Just kind of chilling. Oh, I can't afford it. Okay. So we now need to investigate how we turn quartz into stuff, because I don't remember. And yeah, it is just processed right here. So this is where we get out the ink pen again. Oh god, it's a decimal point. Why? So we have 240 times 2. So quartz crystal uses 37.5 per minute equals 22.5 crystal. Silica. Jesus Christ. Is 22.5 per minute equals... Really? It's just backwards? They're literally just backwards of each other. Alright, and I have 480. calculator time. So 240 divided by 37.5 is 6.4, because of course it is. So we can do 6 constructors. We'll just do 6. I'm not going to get into splitting it out even like I did last time. Last time I had 3 quartz mines, and I took up an entire floor of a building, merging it and splitting it and remerging it and splitting it again. And oh God, such a nightmare. It's not happening. And then the other 240 divided by 22.5, that's 10. So we're going to have 6 constructors making crystal, 10 making silica. Easy peasy. So what I want to do is edit my to-do list and add 10 of these. Done. Okay. That was easy. But what do we need? Is there anything we don't have on us? No, I have everything on me we need. So what I'm thinking is we'll do like the 6 here, and then we'll just run storage off to the side. We'll bring this up and over, and then just do that down here. I mean, we got tons of space up here, so we should be good. They did that on purpose, just to, you know, make things not quite balance out, so that we'd have some work to do. I am going to need rods and stuff, though, just to make... What else am I going to need? I've got wire. I've got plates. This is all going to be moving at just standard 60 plates for the most part. So I think I just need some rods. What's down here on floor number 1? But yeah, they do it on purpose, so it's, you know, you have to like overclock and underclock, or go get more resources or less resources and use your splitters, use your mergers. Apparently there is a way to make everything work out just like perfect, but I'm not going to sit there and try to figure it out. I'll just deal with it. Yeah, we got enough tank storage. Alrighty. Allergies. Actually, I don't even know that I need to run that up and over. Because this is so wide. Yeah, I don't need to run it up and over. The hot dogs and buns strategy. Right? What's up, Zarek? You're totally right. Yeah, this will work. I can like have splitters, constructors, storage, and still have tons of room over here. So we can just run it down the middle. Have them all facing that way. Though I am proud to say that the hot dogs I buy go in packages of 8. Just like, or wait, yeah, just like the buns. The buns are an 8 or a 10. I don't know, whichever way it is, it matches the number of buns. So score a win for the Jews because they're Hebrew national hot dogs. Constructor. Actually, whoops, this block. Because I need my splitters here. What did I say? 6? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 constructors. And then do the same thing here, so not this square, but this square, and do 10. I just realized I needed 16 and I only had 10 on my to-do list. We might not have enough materials to build them all. How many was that? I stopped counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So we will do a bunch of splitters. And give me a bunch. And see if the green line lies to us today or not. And that one can go there. One here. Like, yep, that's good. That's fine. There. It's a lot of green lines. I bet you they are all conspiring against me. Every last one of the bastards. Cool. Now, to make this easy, instead of having to do math, just gonna use these belts all the way down. That was wrong. Stop it. We're just gonna go with a fast belt all the way down. It's overkill. I don't care. Except for here, because we know that that doesn't need to go very fast there. Quartz has gone really fast. Surprisingly. I guess I can make this pretty. Yeah, I want it to be pretty. Let's make this one pretty too. That's better. And boop. What really messes things up with the whole hot dog situation in my family is occasionally my mom will eat hot dog without a bun. Like, why would you do such a thing? One, how is that not a crime against humanity? And two, why would you do that? Why would you upset the order of things? We buy them in even packs, and then you go and upset that. So I'll see that there's like, you know, hot dog bun. I'm like, oh, you know, I think I'll have a hot dog for lunch. Go in the fridge, get the hot dogs out. No, we just have a bun. Oh, we're done. Cool. Yay. Sad bun at that point, a moldy bun eventually, because then they don't buy hot dogs for a couple of weeks. Hot dog bun gets all moldy. And it's just a sad cycle. Wow, Quartz did not take up much space, did it? Before we do something though, I just wanna, while I'm thinking about it, is there anything that uses sulfur in these? Nothing. Grilled cheese and a hot dog bun? How do you do that? Well, I believe you, but like, how do you keep it from all just squished off the side? So does sulfur get used in any machine? compacted coal, but I guess we could make compacted coal, but that would require completely tearing down the whole coal system. So here it gets used for ammunition, for black powder, to be more specific, and then black powder gets used in nobelisks. Somehow it gets turned into smokeless powder, but obviously not through an automated method. So yeah, it does get combined with coal and sulfur to make black powder. I don't have any coal coming in anywhere. Not that I have left over anyway. I'd have to get some. But these nobelisks can turn into these nobelisks, can turn into these nobelisks, can turn into these nobelisks. Which we don't have it researched yet, but there is a nuclear one. That apparently sets off a small nuclear blast. That one needs stuff. So maybe sulfur isn't that high up on my priorities if it's not for anything but weaponry. I will need eventually some of these nobelisks, but I've got like a bunch of sulfur that I just picked up in random places. So if I don't need it, maybe we just won't bother going to get it. Let's continue investigating the different machines. I don't know. Can I build a manufacturer? I can't. So, will this tell me what it's used in? Hello? Do not... Really? You don't... You didn't tell me what the ores are. So, we will... Instead... Turn to the Satisfactory wiki. See what all it gets used in. Oh, it can make batteries. Sulfuric acid for something. I don't know what that gets used in. That should be a link. That should be a link. Oh, these are alternate recipes, so I'm not even guaranteed to get them. So pretty much sulfuric acid is the only thing we would use it for. What does that get used in? Ah, uranium. So what do these do? Okay, it's used to make uranium fuel rods, which is what you eventually need for nuclear power. How much power does that thing put out? 2,500 megawatts. Wow. Two of those would almost replace all of my power. Overclock is scaled differently. Their power exponent is one. They operate. Wow. Wow. So they can put out Wow. That's a lot. It also uses a lot of water. Look at that. Holy cow. Man. So it takes 5 with probably, I'm guessing, Mark II pipes. And these must be overclocked. They have to be. And then what do you do with the nuclear waste? Like, where does it go? You can't put nuclear waste into the sink. Yeah, you have to deal with the waste. And if the waste backs up, they stop working. So I guess you just have to keep building. Like, what do you do? What do you do with this? Cannot be discarded, and it can't be put into the sink, I don't think. Yeah. It must be stored indefinitely. The barrel's stacked 500, which allows for 200 hours to be contained in one storage. Oh, that's in the big one. 400 hours. Put it in the truck and send it off the cliff. Yeah, right? But if one single industrial storage container does 400 hours, I only had 460 hours in my last save. So it's not like... Like 2 storages get you 800 hours of gameplay. So, I mean, it's not that big of a drawback. In the grand scheme of things, it's not as limiting as it seems like at first glance. Do it this way because the green line lies. Even when you hold down control, the green line lies. Okay, I got turned around. There's only 360 degrees there to deal with, and I managed to get confused in that little circle. It's been a long day. There you go. Thursdays are the rough ones. So I just have to I get up at 5. I used to wait until 7 to get up to record my Rockstar News videos, but now that I don't get home until 8:30 and the Rockstar Newswire normally updates at 9, half an hour is not enough time for me to get online and record everything. Because there's data miners who like put out everything that's going to be on the Newswire for that day. Sometimes they miss a few things, which is why I wait for the Newswire before making my video. But they're accurate enough, or he's accurate enough, I should say. It's just one that I rely on. But I can get up and record everything that's going to be featured on the Newswire. Every once in a while, I have to go back in and get a little bit more. New to YouTube subscriber, Ethan Kirchner. Hello, Ethan Kirchner. Thank you for the sub. I need to get subs notifications set up for the second channel. I'm not really sure how to go about that. Why is it... I thought it sounded like it was... It sounded like when I was walking, she was splashing. So I can hear the rain. So I thought it was coming in, but it's not. This is my favorite thing to do. Connecting belts like that. Just because you just, in one big motion, just get a bunch of them connected. It's, you know, living up to the name of the game again. Satisfactory. It's very satisfying. These are a little farther apart, so not as easy to do. Yeah, see, you gotta be quicker on the click. That's fine. I can click quicker. Or apparently not. No. Cool, now we set recipes and get power. So the tin are for silica. Silica. God, this is so nice to be making silica. I don't have to keep spending all of our fix-it coupons. I eventually want to get some of the statues. And they take big, big numbers. Yeah, I know I can do copy paste. I just kind of like doing it this way. And then these will be quartz crystal. You know, if I was smart, I would just have a sink on everything, so that when it backs up, everything would keep producing. You could do that, like, right here on the end. Like, we could sink any quartz, any actual quartz we're not using. We could even, like, if I expanded that over a little bit and put... I don't know how that would work, though, since we have so many. We would have to have a bunch of mergers or smart splitters. Like a bunch of them. Maybe one of these days we'll do that. We'll retrofit a lot of those in. All right, let's get power over here. Let's find our nearest wall connection. Jesus, where is the nearest wall connection? I got very roof happy on this area. Okay, there just aren't any wall connections. Alright, so then let's find our nearest ceiling connection. So be it. We'll just stick to the ceiling. Power menu, please, and thank you. Let's bring that over to the edge here. Mouse is too sensitive. This is where I think, yeah, you know what, we'll just run it. So we'll just do it. We'll just bring it on down. That one's too long. I want to go here for one run. And here for the other run. That worked out nicely. Is that connected? Yes, it is. Very dark. Actually, I've changed my mind. I want it to come off of this one. That way they just go straight down. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. And now just start hooking all these up. I'm not sure I'm able to reach all that way down, but I'm gonna try. Oh, that one's just a little hard to get. Sweet. There goes silica being constructed. I could reach it, but it was just a little too inaccurate. And done. Quartz. We went from having no quartz products to getting 480 quartz per minute brought over here. And now making 225 silica per minute and same thing, 225 quartz crystal per minute. So that's weird how that works out, isn't it? And then we're actually only using 225, so we have like 15 quartz crystal per minute left over. But that's okay, because as you can already see, like, this dude's getting all he needs way down here. Like, they're probably operating at really low efficiency right now, and it'll take a while for this to all balance out. Because I think it says he's operating at 100%, though. I doubt that's true. Like, is this going to get 3 more before this ends? No way. There's no way. So maybe it's on that backlog. And the reason being, when you use a manifold system like this instead of using balanced splitters, it gets split in half every time. It is raining in here. What the? Why is it raining inside my factory? Good. Anyways, it gets split in half every time. So you can see 2, then 1, and then done. And then, you know, this one. Yeah. So by the time it gets down to here, it's been split in half 7 times. So what has to happen is this very first one has to get more than it can hold, which it has. And then the second one, and then the third one will get more than it can hold. And then the fourth one will get more than it can hold. Because I can hold 100 or so each. So that one will fill up, then that one will fill up. And eventually, it works its way down. So where they're all working at 100%. It just takes a while with a manifold for that to happen. You can see that one's taking a long time to fill up compared to these guys. And then, of course, these are still pulling in 3 every couple seconds. It rains in your factory, too. Oh, God. $101 hours. So there you go. That one finally backed up. So the next one will. That side not as bad because it's only splitting 5 times. So that'll get caught up a lot quicker. Cool. So what we're gonna do is go back out to where the Sulfur is, and take one of those mines down. But first, all right, that's what I want. Let's make OSHA happy here. Yeah, I need to do that. You know what? I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to put something in there right now. At 10 a.m. And I've done it. I've done it. People can start weighing in. Because Sunday afternoons when we usually record Will It Off-Road, so it's like a lot of people are used to doing some community stuff with me on Sundays. So, not too much of a stretch to have some of those same people. There we go. This will finally start getting caught up, I think. Or, not quite yet, but close. Yeah, let's go take down one of those sulfur mines. We don't need it. See if we can't get the find that Caterium that's up there. I don't know that we need the Caterium right now. But I think we will because of the number of electronic stuff that Quickwire goes into. Also, I need to check and see how much power we're using. Now that we just brought all that stuff online. It shouldn't be a whole lot. It's just 2 miners and a 16 constructors, so yeah, we're fine. Our max usage is still just under 3,000, so we still have, gosh, 2,700 megawatts. $2,800 megawatts. I still need to get all this crap out of my inventory so I can empty that. It has a lot of stuff in it, though. Maybe I should just go empty my inventory. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go on inventory emptying. We might do Wreckfest. Everybody has a good time at Wreckfest, usually. And that always goes by really fast when we play Wreckfest. The time just breezes by. But I would like to maybe try out some of the Discord games, too. Okay, I don't have anywhere I can put these plates. So, oh, I do. I don't have that many. Maybe we'll do Wreckfest, but I would also like to try out the Discord games. So maybe we'll like start with the Discord games, and if they're not fun, then we can switch to something else. That's full. That's full. That's full. Okay, cool. That's full. Can't dump off any of that. What is all this? That's all just plates. What are you? Screws? I don't have any screws on me, and that's odd. That's empty. Wow, we finally caught up with like screw production. Unreal. Yeah, we're using screws faster than we're making them. It's troublesome. How do I not have any screws on me? Like, how is that even physically possible? I know there's no room for quick wire, so I'm just gonna delete the quick wire. Just gonna delete that and delete that. I need to go back down. I'm wasting so much fuel. Bonk. But it's okay to waste a lot of fuel because we have a lot of fuel to waste. Oh, those are full. This one's not. I think this is the one that has some room. Oh yeah, you have tons of room. There you go, have those. And then over here, I don't know if there's any room for these. Oh, there is. Cool. That should give me enough space, I think. Burp. Just realized I connected floor 2 and 3, or floor 1 and 2 technically, but never went down another floor. Could have went up there. I didn't. Oh no, I did go down. I didn't realize I went down all the way to the ground floor. Oh. Well, now I feel silly. Ooh, I can go drop off some of these. I don't think these are full quite yet. Oh. Oh, pretty close, but there you go. Let's run over to the hub real quick. Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to do one other thing while I was over here. Boop. Hello. I wanted to go up here and drop off. I've got just some raw quartz in my inventory that we should just be able to shove into the ones at the end, I think, unless they're already full. I don't think enough time has passed. I was wrong. These have room, though, over here. Here, have some quartz. That should help you out a lot. And then, look at that. Already 200 on that one, which means all the other ones, actually it was 300. All the other ones will have even more. Very nice. And I am just gonna, I guess not, I thought I was just gonna drop down to this, but obviously not possible. I thought there was stairs down there somewhere. I thought there was. Maybe it's... Oh, it's over there. There's stairs down. Okay. Understand. I have no body, only legs. Bounce off this dude. Oh, I love it. It's always so satisfying. So let me get this so I can see Twitch and not Discord. I can see Twitch a little bit, but not much. Alright, so let's turn these power slugs into power shards. Honestly, those... Actually, let's make those into proteins. And... power shards, did I pass them? Or power slug, not slugs, it's just one. Yeah, they'll be fine. They like being power shards. They told me so. Then what's in here? Like nothing. Can I now empty this to become a chest? Can. Cool. Nice. Alright, what was it? Oh yeah. Hold on. Actually, did I? No, I still have. Okay, I still have the ability. Oh, I don't have the ability to build a miner because I put away all my industrial beams because I wanted to make room and forgot that I needed them for that. So, can I make this flight all the way across? Oh. I'm not in the right room. I thought I was in the right room. Auto save. No. We'll take some out of here and let these machines work for a while. There we go. Well, I'm gonna go tear down a mine, so I guess I really didn't need to grab those. Oh well. Now I want to see if we can't find the Caterium. Also, I'd like to find the Explorer. I don't know what we've done with it. It's over there somewhere. We can also get rid of some map markers here, maybe. Like, yeah, I don't need that anymore because we're not going there anymore. Don't need that because that was just to guide me earlier. I don't need. I want to leave those though because that's telling me what's out there. Which means I need to add like one here. Between those two. Select icon, stamps, that, select image. Let's make it kind of a nice pink color. Do that have... There we go. That's kind of a good quartz color. Quartz here times 2. Don't need it to appear on the... What's its sticker? The compass thingy at the top. I'd also like to get these other radar towers named. So that's something we could go do. Get our radar towers named. I don't know what I'm gonna name them. Like the one out by the petroleum is just Petroleum Overlook. This one could be northwest. Sure. Or we could just name it Bill or Winston. I like the name Winston for radar tower. I think that sounds very radar tower-ish. Very, very dignified radar tower. It's also a very dangerous ramp to go up. You just can't quite see where it turns and goes down when you're coming back down. But we have a jetpack now, so if I fall, it won't mean insta-death. I think it goes up somewhere back by all this, right? Yeah, over there. Let's go name that while we're out here. It's up there a ways. And you can see it's just like twisty-turvy mess of ramps. And this is a steep, steep hill. Twisty-turvy, topsy-turvy, one of those things is what I meant to say. So now we begin the long climb. I'll try not to fall off. Yep, not there yet. This is the highest one we have. This one was nerve-wracking to build. This is when I actually felt like I had vertigo. I don't even care. It's the wires are clipping to the platforms. Like this is probably the last time I even have to come up here just to name this thing. Slug. I hear animals growling at me. How are animals up this high? Ta-da! Uranium. How close can you get before that's... Ooh, God, not very. Oh, you gotta have the hazmat suit to deal with that stuff. This is Winston. Big,
got him!
dignified...
I got him!
Well, I can spell dignified radar tower. Winston. What is up, Raiders? Hello! It is... Motherfucking please shibed. Shibed? I can't English tonight if you can't tell. What's going on, guys? How's it going? What were you playing? It didn't tell me. It did not tell me. It's safe to say that you're back. Good. Minecraft. I just want... Fine, it's just Winston. Just Winston. Radar tower is named Winston. This one down here is Petroleum Overlook. We gotta go name one over here somewhere. I don't know where it is. There. We gotta go name that one. But first we gotta go tear down a mine. Look. Radioactive. Ah, birds. Which way are we heading? We are going... Oh, dear God, we are up so high. I hope none of you are afraid of heights. This is one of the highest points in the entire map. We're kind of going... I kind of want to go there. Wonder how close to that we can get by just yeeting ourselves off the side of this mountain. More like that. More like that. That's it. This seems like such a bad idea. You ready? Here we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. Little jetpack, little jetpack, little jetpack, little jetpack. I want to go more forward than I'm going down. I gotta watch it because you can only use one fuel tank per launch. So like I gotta be careful how many times I pulse this thing. Oh god, we are closing on the ground fast. We're not gonna quite make it over there. That was beautiful. There's where we came from. Oh, that was great. I apologize to anybody who is afraid of heights, but that was fun. Shibes, your big boy stream. What, Friday, right? I have a big boy stream coming up very soon as well. On Sunday, it's my birthday. And as usual, I am in denial that I'm getting a year older, and instead I'm going to play video games for 12 hours. No, I will not tell you how many years old I will be that day. That is top secret confidential information. '20 and '21 were pretty good. They're pretty good. Kind of, you know, started to get a sense of, you know, who I was, what I felt, you know. It's around 25 that sucks, because then you're just like, I don't know anything. What is the world? You know, and things just kind of fall apart. What are you? You're cool. Neat. Hi. Would you like a shotgun to the face, even though you're completely armless? Which is not I use. Actually, it's not a shotgun, it's a rifle.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest
Where is
artifacts.
Where is it? There's a special thing around here I'm supposed to be grabbing, but I don't see it. Oh. You liked the shotgun to the face, did you? You seem to have fallen over and spilled your insides. Oh well. Where am I going? I forget where I'm going. But anyway, so yeah, we both have big streams coming up, man. I'm excited about the charity stream, raising money for a very worthy cause. The Trevor Project is an organization that they create safe spaces in a lot of urban environments for LGBTQIA alphabet soup youth, ages 13 to 24, which is a good thing. And they also do educational resources. They do a big survey every year of that same group of youth, just to see, you know, who feels represented, who feels safe, who feels, you know, just all of it. You know, do they have a place of their own? Somewhere up there is a resource I want, and I did the wrong thing. So that's our charity stream that we're going to be doing on Sunday. I want to raise $500 for that. So if you can tune in at all on Sunday, I'd appreciate it, gang. You know, like, I think it's up there by those trees. But I think there's also stuff up there that can hurt me. That's never stopped me from trying anyway. And even if you can't donate, come cheer me on, you know, during a 12-hour stream. Obviously, I'm no spring chicken, so need all the help I can get. Staying alert for 12 hours. And to be part of the Vainglorious community, where there will be a community portion of it as well. Don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet. We're still talking about it. Thinking maybe some Wreckfest. Maybe even some of the new, just like, Discord games. It seems like they've got some interesting stuff, maybe, possibly. They're just, like, built into Discord. This is going to take a while to get up there, isn't it? And we're doing giveaways on Sunday as well. For every $100, I'll give away a t-shirt. From the Vainglorious merch shop, of course. Not just like some random t-shirt. Though I hear he branded Adidas stuff probably gonna be really cheap now. Considering they dropped his ass. And then if we raise $500, and this may not sound like a big deal, but it's a big deal. I will buy, where is it? I should be able to see it from here. I don't know. Is it down here? Yeah, the higher I go, the farther away I'm getting from it. Oh, where is it? Is it down here somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, $500. I will buy Grounded and play it on Halloween, which I normally don't stream on Mondays. Which I know you're like, Grounded? That's not a scary game. To me it is, because I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Where the fuck is this? Now it's 31 meters this way. It's like right below me. It has to be right below me. Oh, there it is. Ow. Forgot to use my jetpack. Found it. So now how do I get this to join up with an output on that? Probably just use this ramp I just built is the answer to that question. So I need to dismantle this to about here. We don't need all that. Hi. That is fine. No, I want the flat ones. Bring that across to me. Ah, yes, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Morcatarium here node. So to give me 240 per second. So I need a big old miner. No, not a large underage child. I need miner. Big old miner, that is bad. Can I reach? Where even is the power line down there? I don't think I've ran power down there yet. So let's see about getting this out of here. Really? God damn it. I don't have enough stuff to build it. Alright. Took fall damage from that? Still not sure how I want to build out to get... Like, do I want to connect this to that over there? Or do I want to go up this way and out? Because there's also a way back the base up here. What is... So, from here... Oh, God. Lag. That's a bad time to lag. So, from here, we would have to go from here... up here, and then the line across is right about here. So you'd have to go that distance and build platforms to line up with all that, and then build belts all the way down here, back down here, back down here, back down here, and around and over. Or our other option is to just run them up this way. And honestly, probably just run it on the ground. This is probably the only thing I'm going to be getting out here. Ooh, you're a big baddie. Oh, you still scare me, even though I know you can't hurt me right now. You're still creepy as fuck. Ooh, hello.
Harvest.
I did. Which way do I need to go now? Left. This way. Up. So we can just run up here, up this hill, through this poisonous gas that I'm not sure if it can hurt me or not. It kind of varies. I'm playing with a mod that's supposed to disable all the stuff that can hurt me. So you could run it up here just like, I don't know, on the ground. And join up with the platforms where I'm running coal down over here. This would be, I think this would be the shorter route because the factory's just down the hill from here. Our factory is just, hello, right there. It's a big boy. Not even done. And then we can just bring it down with all the coal. And then into the building somewhere. That's easy enough to sort out. Let's name this radar tower over here. What should we name this one? We've got one that's named for the resource it's near. We've got one that's named Winston because it's a dignified radar tower. It's the one that's highest up. That one, that's Winston. What should we name this one? Done. Tokyo Tower. People will be like, what do these names mean? Absolutely nothing. Can I get over there? Oh, I've already exposed that part of the map. So cool. I think this is a good place to leave it. I just want to go visit my petroleum factory because I'm really proud of it because it's pretty. No, it has nothing to do with Tokyo. I'm going to land right there on that belt. Bonk. And I'm going to aim for right over there. No, I'm going to aim for right there. Do it. I've got enough fuel. Shit, can I get all the way? You know what? I'm re-aiming. Uh-oh. Fuel level critical. We gotta abandon the flight there. We're good. We need more fuel. Granted, I've still got 50 some odd, but nothing to do with Tokyo at all. Just sounds cool. Exactly. Are you doing alright? Yeah, you're doing fine. Those don't need pumps or extra pumps because they don't go up as high. If you go over 20 or 10 meters, the water can't go. Pumps aren't that strong. Where am I? Okay, I know where I am. Let's go ride in the Futurama tubes. Cue up the Futurama soundtrack theme song. Let's here we go. I think we've got Futurama related quotes in chat, right? We used to. There we go. Shut up, baby. I know it. There used to be one that was bite my shiny metal ass. But I don't know what the command is. I love Futurama. One of the best shows out there. This is our big honkin' petroleum factory. 100% self-contained, self-reliant, zero maintenance. I have to do nothing over here. It just all works. Are we sinking any fuel yet? Not quite yet. How close are we to sinking fuel? As long as we start... Oh, we're close. Once this one fills up, we'll start getting points for fuel. You can send your excess resources. I can see all my rubber storage down there is full. So all the excess is literally just getting shredded. and turned into fix-it shop points. Well, of which I have 8 accumulated. I had 27 earlier today. For about 12 hours of gameplay. So, once fuel gets going, how many points does fuel give you? Let's find out. Excuse me. So, sync. I think this has a list of what everything gives you. Yeah, so packaged fuel. So just for reference, the stuff we're sinking right now is giving us... Where even is it? Plastic gives us 75 points per thing of plastic, and rubber gives us 60. Packaged fuel will give us 270. Wow, so once we fill that up, we'll be getting 270 for every one of those that go through. That's handy. I can get on board with that. I'm gonna take those, put those back. Whoops, and then grab those again, I guess. Cool. So we need to get the sulfur. Let's update our to-do list here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna add one of those seconds. So we don't need to get quartz anymore. We're done with that. So we just need to get the sulfur, and we're gonna do and barium. So both have mines on. I just need power, power, and what's the word? Belts. And then electronics is now number 2. The third step, don't know what that's going to be, but number 4 will be profit. Let me get rid of that. Cool. And you can't see that because it's a private note. I know you guys can't really see that because it's behind chat, but trust me, you know, you can't see this. It is a private note. You think you can see it, but you can't. God, I love this factory. It's open and airy, unlike the other one where it's just black ceilings everywhere and it's dark. This one just has a lot of light coming in, and it's got all these cool... Whoa, what? What? Unauthorized... Huh? Where? Excuse me? There's just like sand beneath me. Oh no. Like right around here it says that. Okay, so let's go back. And then where does it start saying that? Where is there something that's hostile towards me? I killed all those plants that were over here. Did one regrow? Like in the middle of my factory somewhere? I don't see anything. What? Where? Ah, one did regrow in the middle of my factory. How'd you do that? There we go. Problem solved. Nothing a few blasts in the rifle can't fix. This game. And we just finished off this area. This big section tonight up here above. And that's what's letting so much of the light in. And that just looks nice. It's just glass. Every bit of it. Just glass. And then we've got like these smaller ones. We've got one over here that looks like a greenhouse. Like literally just, it looks like somebody should be growing plants up inside of it. You can see it more from the outside, but just the shape of it, it kind of resembles a greenhouse. And then for some reason, I built the water pumps in rooms that look like outdoor swimming pools, but just enclosed. Yeah, I don't know why, but I do dig these seamless windows. They look cool. So I think we're good. I think we're good for tonight. I'm happy that we're finally sinking rubber. I mean, we've been sinking rubber because we're also doing it over here. Because we're making rubber and plastic in two different places. One place, it's being made from the byproduct of making fuel. And in another place, it's just what we're making. Straight off the crude oil. And that's over here. So plastic being made in these 4 refineries. Fuel being made there. And then rubber being made here. Just straight off of a well. This had to jog over and then jog back over, but I forget why. I think I just was drunk when I did that. And I don't even drink, so it's quite an accomplishment. And then we get a ton of power out of this. I think there's 29 total fuel generators in here, I think. Why not 30? Because we don't have the fuel for 30. Honestly, we probably do, but I didn't want to risk it. Because I would have had to connect all of my fuel together. And that gets problematic to have them all in one big loop. It behaves weird. And then over here we're making our residual plastic, but most of that's getting fed into that constructor, which is making the empty packages that go over there to make the packaged fuel, so that I can have a jetpack and do, you know, that and fly around. Awesome. Let's go back to the main factory so that we'll be closer to our next job. And while we're flying over there, have the transition go burr. And let's see, I don't know. I gotta go to bed soon. I don't know if there's anybody we're gonna raid or not. We may just wrap it up. Looks like most of the raiders from earlier kind of pieced out. Everybody's playing spooky games, and I don't want to go watch a spooky game. So we're just gonna not follow my own advice and not raid tonight. So make sure you're following on Twitter. That way you get announcements, live streams, videos, and that you're subscribed on both YouTube channels. The first one is for pre-recorded, nice edited videos. Second one is where all of the stream VODs are. So if you miss a stream, you can catch it in 1440p, 60 frames per second, where I look even more handsome. And come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. I'll be back live Friday evening, sometime after 5 p.m. There will be no Saturday afternoon community stream this week, simply because I have stuff to do this Saturday. But there will be a Saturday evening stream on Twitch, so we will be live back here on Twitch. And then Sunday is the big event, 12 hours birthday stream for charity. I hope you can all be there, even if you can't donate. I hope you'll be there to kind of cheer me on as we get that going. We're going to go look at Doggo. Hi, Doggo. Doggo's happy to see us. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Friday.